Hello and welcome to today's episode of the Dragon's Daily Dose. It's Smaugonite here, and today I'm going to be talking about Tyranids and Genestealer Cult. Now, I'm not an expert on either of those. They're not Craftword Eldar or Custodes or Dark Angels. They are something that I'm slowly learning things about, and learning things about the Necromunda Malstrain Genestealers. Minion and I have been talking actually, and it's actually been such an interesting conversation about what we've been talking about. He told me about the Malstrain Genestealers and how they repulse other Genestealers or other Tyranids because of just the way that they are wired, or however the Malstrain affects them. And I just found it absolutely super awesome, which is very scary because the new Necromunda box. Now, I don't have the new Necromunda box, and I've not pre-ordered it either, so I'm going to take the risk on this one that I want to do my Tyranids in the style that I'm doing, and then maybe down the line we'll look at it. But for now, we are sticking to just the Genestealer Cult way I'm going to do it. Especially with this game as well, because challenging myself to get this army painted before mine and Minions game. We do have the game coming up on the 17th of August, which is when I want to get I think it's 1500 points, we agreed, 1500 point army done. But the thing is, I'm not painting them how I painted my actual Tyranids. So my actual Tyranid army is for High Fleet Kraken, but I'm doing the Genestealer Cult, the classic sort of bluey pink scheme, which I don't actually know. Here we go, live on stream or live on the video at time of recording, I am going to Google Tyranid Hive Fleet pink and blue. Let's see what it comes up with. We have the Leviathan. Of course, it's similar to Hive Fleet Leviathan. So, okay. Yeah, so I'm doing Hive Fleet Leviathan, I guess, for my Gene Cult. But for my actual Tyranids, I've done Hive Fleet Kraken. And the pictures on the screen at the moment are Hive Fleet Kraken, purely because I took these photographs whilst I was down at Warhammer World with Minion. And we just were painting up, and we were just using the board with and I took some extra painted models to get some good photographs of them on the board, because it looks like an alien death world, something that Tyranids would jump out the bushes and eat you before you could breathe. So so I'm doing two different Hive Fleets, I guess, is the long and short of it. The thing that I'm most excited for, though, is revealing how I've painted my Patriarch, and that will be tomorrow, because I will have that done today, Saturday, because I have some time now to do some painting, which I'm really excited for, because I want to get at least one model, and if it's the HQ model, fantastic, but at least one model done in this scheme as a proof of concept, okay? Because I couldn't visualize how it would look with the pink armor that I'm doing, because I'm doing the pink armor from the Tottenham Court Road Warhammer Guard army that I did when I worked there. So I'm using some models that I've just had in boxes since then, and I'm looking forward to sort of creating, this Hive Fleet Leviathan / mixture of Gene Cult / Guard that I've already got army all in one place. I think it might mean that I need to rebase my Guard army, but that's not the end of the world. I've got plenty of diorama effects, Vallejo, Dark Earth that I use, and I'm sure I have enough, or if not me, Minion has enough moot green to do all the base rims, because we play a retro game, so we paint retro bases. That was the agreement. So if there you go, there's a little bit of a fun fact for anybody. If anybody's wondering why we do moot green bases, base rims, it's because of we play a retro game, so we made the agreement that we do retro bases. So there we are. Looking at these pictures though of my Tyranids, I am sort of quite fond of the Highfleet Kraken scheme. I'm really liking how that looks, so I might look at doing some more Highfleet Kraken stuff soon. But first, as I say, we've got this challenge. We've got to get the 1500 points of Genestealer Cults painted by the 17th of August. I was worried that I'd run out of Thunderhawk Blue because my painting rack doesn't have it on, and I was panicking and then realised I'd already got it out. So I was just about to put together an order from the third party for the Thunderhawk Blue paint, but I have just found a pot, so we are good to go for the extreme edge highlighting, because as I mentioned before, I want it sort of a grimdark style, so a bit darker and a bit grittier. So I didn't want too many bright colours on there, and the pink is actually coming out a little bit too bright, so I might dull it down with something. Don't know what as yet, but yeah, that's something that just to bear in mind for my army. So yeah, that's pretty much everything today. A bit of a ramble, bit of a sort of a trip down where I'm thinking for the Gene Cult. Nothing super exciting happening, and sorry for the sort of slow start in the video on this one. I don't record these with a script. I sort of have discussion points bulleted on screen that I sort of just jump to, and that's where I take it from. So you sort of hear the true unedited version of my brain. You are listening to the video, so it's your own fault for listening. I mean, I appreciate it, because we do appreciate the subscribes, the follows, the views and all that, but yeah, this is as unedited as it gets in my head. so that's pretty much everything for today. So thank you very much for listening. Feel free to hit the subscribe button and the like, and any comments, feel free to drop them below. I'd love to sort of, get a bit more engagement on these videos, just to know whether or not things are working, what sort of suggestions people have. So yeah, thank you so much for listening. So until next time, keep those brushes moving, your armies ready, and your imagination soaring. See you tomorrow.